Hey Nana, one of my favorite things about you is your expertise in the kitchen. I really love the German chocolate cakes you've made me on my birthday, and I like it when I'm greeted at your house by a bowl of sour cream and onion dip. I also love how you helped us label all of our spices in our kitchen, so now I know how to make your special nachos.
The thing I love most about Nana is that she's always way sassy and is just always laughing about something and lightening the mood. What I love most about Barbara is that she's so fearless. There is nothing that scares her, and it doesn't matter what is going on, she's gonna find a way to do it, take care of it, fix it. There's just nothing she can't do. That's what I love about Nana.
My favorite things about Nana is that she was always ready to fix anything, from a blanket to pulling a tooth. We've been on many travels together, from Hawaii to Lynchburg to Hilton Head Island. And last, she always made sure we felt special at 3608 Therendon, from filling our treat drawer to having Ready Whip and taking long baths using the bath jets.
What do I love most about Nana? I probably love her hugs. She gives the best hugs. And you know it's a good hug if you get a little back scratch or a couple pats. That's when you know that you got a great hug from Barbara.
One of the things that I admire most about Nana is that she's very dedicated to what she believes in. For example, she believes in making a bed every day. Every morning her bed is made. And it's a very fitted, tight bed. The sheet very tight. She believes in that, and she will always make up her bed. And with that dedication to whatever she believes in, she wants to make sure everything's done right. I don't want to say the word perfect, but it pretty much has to be perfect. Like if you're going to cut something, cut it straight. If you're going to move a painting that needs to have wall paint put above it, make sure it gets done. I always forget those things. I tend to overlook those, but Nana likes to have things done, so she's proud of what she has accomplished, and it always looks pretty much like perfect.
So some of Nana's special skills that I really admire are her piano skills. She's way good at the piano, and she's really good at sewing. After taking my sewing class, I now realize how hard sewing is, and Nana's way good. And what else? She's really, really good at golf. She's awesome, so.
One of the things I admire most about you is your sewing abilities. All of the silkies you made me, plus this favorite blanket of mine, and me and Andrew's 2 favorite pillows. Love you.
I admire Nana's great pillow making skills.
So Barbara has so many special skills. My goodness. Okay, first of all, she's an amazing gardener, and anything that has to do with plants or trees, she knows so much. It's really cool to go look at gardens and nurseries with her because she has such a wealth of knowledge. But one of her ultimate special skills that I'm trying to learn is how to take care of my man's ears. Now, thankfully, I don't have to do toenails and nose, but I don't know. It's still years to come. We may have to see about that.
I admire Nana's close attention to detail and perfection. More importantly, a gift that lasts for many decades. Raggedy Ann at 5 years old, and at 40-something, a wig I can wear out at night.
I'm impressed with the way Nana takes care of nature. Remember when Nana took care of birds? I'm gonna take care of this.
Nana has always had a lot of very special skills, but one of my favorite skills about Nana is her ability to understand technology. For years, she's been able to work iPhones, iPads, Facebook, a little bit with my help, but by any means, she is well ahead of her time. She is one of the most tech-savvy grandmas I know.
So there have been a couple years at the office that Nana has made toffee for my entire team. And the first year, she made toffee and passed it out. I put a little note card out and everywhere, and people would stop by and say, "Oh, that's such a nice gift." I said, "Oh, you like the card?" They said, "Oh, I didn't see the card, but I really like the toffee." So then I had to do it again the next year. Or actually, Nana had to do it. So I said, "Will you make the toffee again?" She said, "Of course I will." And we did it again, and it was the best Christmas gift that anybody on my team got that year. They loved it. Nana's an exceptional toffee maker.
Nana doesn't make frozen foods. My favorite foods that Nana makes are eclair cake, banana bread, grilled cheese sandwiches, and beef stroganoff.
I love Nana's chicken salad sandwich / tuna salad. We still don't know to this day what the meat source is, but regardless, it tastes wonderful. Orange blossoms, love the orange blossoms. And I'm trying to think what else. Nana doesn't make this, but she always has it. Cherry Garcia stacked in the fridge always, and it's the best.
So, what do I love that Barbara makes? She's a wonderful cook. So, absolutely everything that she makes is delicious, but I am fond, especially fond, of her potato salad from Virginia, Granny's potato salad, and her toffee, and I love her burgers. Those are some of my 3 top favorite things to eat.
All right, so things that we like that Nana cooks for us. I love her fried chicken. I love her steaks on the grill. I love her coconut cake. What else do I love? I love green pepper steak because Natalie hates green pepper steak. I love hamburgers. She makes a mean vegetable soup also.
My favorite dish of Nana's, well, it's a toss-up. Her green pepper steak or her mashed potatoes and gravy.
You know what? I love so many things that Nana makes. I almost always have at least 2 helpings. But what I really love is that every time we have hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill, she makes me 2 hamburgers and a hot dog, and she doesn't judge.
The favorite food that Nana makes for me is sausages wrapped in bacon.
Orange blossoms. I love orange blossoms.
What do I love most about Nana's cooking? Probably would be the tomato hamburger soup she would make when I would visit her and Papa on the weekends when I was doing College Works painting. I really like her grilled asparagus and her Boy Scout popcorn she always used to make, and all of her orange blossom cakes that she used to make me whenever I wanted because it was delicious.
Wait, I forgot chip beef and gravy.
So I called Barbara Thelma to my Louise after our Grand Canyon trip a couple years ago.
My favorite name for Nana / mom is Babs.
Okay, so things that I call Barbara. Well, of course, I call her Mom. I call her Babs. She's also known as the Enforcer.
I would have to say my favorite name for Nana is probably Babs. I feel like I call her Babs more than anything.
I also call Barbara Barbaroo sometimes.
My favorite name for Nana is Nana.
And then I call Barbara Babs McKenzie when she's wearing her BiPAP mask and reminds me of a fighter pilot.
What's your favorite nickname?
Barb.
What's my favorite name for Barbara Robertson Ann Stevens? Well, that's an easy question. For me, it's Nana. I'm not sure if I picked it or she picked it, but I was the first person to coin the phrase, and it seemed like it stuck on throughout these years.
So one of the things that Barbara does that most women don't do is take care of her garden. Barbara's always been so good about mowing the lawn, clipping the trees, pruning the bushes, taking care of all her plants, weeding, edging, doing it all. I really admire that.
What does Nana do that most women don't? Well, for one, she's a car lady. She's always had fast Acuras. Her TL that I had a spoiler and was off the showroom floor. And you know what else? She's very particular about her sunglasses and who she lets drive her sports cars.
So Nana grew up in an era when they didn't really play organized sports as girls, but in her adult life she played softball, she played tennis, she played golf, she was really into jogging in the 70s, and one sport Nana did not like very much is swimming because she didn't like to get her feathers wet.
Mom did a few things that not all ladies did. Like, she was one of the first adopters of baseball hats, I think, on the golf course. And of course, she told Chuck Howard where to stick it where the sun doesn't shine.
Okay, so something that Nana used to do all the time that isn't typical of female responsibilities in the household is mow the lawn. And always very impressed.
Nana fixes the commode after Jacob's been over.
One thing that Nana does that most women don't is grill. I always remember Nana walking around the house with her timer on so she knows when to go outside and flip the patties.
One of my favorite vacation memories with Nana would have to be cooking with chefs in Disney World, or flying first class to Hawaii, or playing blackjack with her as we drove to Georgia, or hiking the ruins in Peru and taking a train through the countryside.
I have so many good vacation memories with Nana, but perhaps my favorite one was when we were in Hilton Head and I had a really sore back. Like, it was really tight back there, and my wife is not one for massages. So Nana recognized that, so she massaged my back and helped me kind of work out the knot, and it was helpful, only to find out when we got back to Dallas that it wasn't a knot at all, it was shingles.
Okay, some favorite vacation memories with Mom include going to Padre Island and having a power outage, and having my first being stung by a jellyfish for the first time. Of course, going to Hawaii and hiking Diamond Head with her and Dad. And of course, who can go on vacation with Mom and not stop at a scenic point?
My favorite vacation was to Europe with Nana. In London, we found out Wimpy's didn't have very good food. In Brussels, we ate all the food from the minibar. And in Paris, we went to go see the grave site of Jim Morrison.
So my first memories of taking a vacation with Barbara include going to Nauvoo, Illinois, and taking turns when we would go see the temple there. Then later, when she and I drove from Texas to California and stopped at the Grand Canyon and stayed at the El Tovar Hotel, and how we ended up getting a suite and were able to lay out on our deck at night in our bathrobes and watch the shooting stars. And she was so brave. We got into a helicopter and went over the Grand Canyon. That was pretty scary and cool at the same time. That was very neat. And then, of course, going to Peru to pick up coal, and how great it was to see her hiking up Machu Picchu and all of those other sacred sites, going to Lake Titicaca and going to the hut of these native ladies who let us put on their beautiful woolen clothing, their skirts and tops, and just how adventurous she was on that trip.
Okay, my favorite vacation memory with Nana is when we went to Hawaii, and I remember just getting beaten up by the waves to the point where I just kept swallowing all this salt water, and it made me throw up. So I ran to the beach and threw up in the sand, but she thought all my teeth had fallen out, so she was freaking out, and I couldn't communicate because my mouth was full of throw up, and it was just great.
I always loved being on vacation with Nana because we could never go anywhere in the car when we didn't have to stop at a scenic point.
Even though I'm wearing a seaside shirt, my favorite vacation with Nana was to Hilton Head Island. From building sand castles at the beach and snuggling in the morning.
Hi Nana, I'm at an airport and it reminds me of our great trip to South Dakota where we visited Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse. That was one of my favorite trips I've ever taken with you.
So some things I remember about going on vacation with Nana, certainly this last year going to Yosemite and being able to take her there was great. But for me as a kid growing up, you know, Dad did most of the driving, so that would mean that Mom would be in the shotgun in the passenger seat like this, catching flies.
I really admire how hardworking Nana is. No matter what is going on, she's always busy doing something, being productive.
One of the things I love most about Nana is that she loves competition and she's a great athlete. She was my first tennis coach, and look at me now. I've made it to the U.S. Open.
So one of the things that I love most about Barbara is just her strength. She's the strongest woman I know and not scared of anything. I truly admire that.
What are things that I admire about Mom? I admire that she's fiercely independent. She has always worked outside the home, which is something that I admired while raising us. She was a great example to me, going to church every week, being stalwart in her faith, and certainly she's someone who endures to the end.
One character trait that I admire about Nana is her reverence, whether it's from her voice or her actions. She's always been very poised, very calm, very respectful in the way that she communicates with others, the way that she treats people. And it's always been really inspiring because I am not that calm, and it was always refreshing to be around her and to have that as an example.
One personal trait of Nana is how she is so dedicated. She's dedicated to her family, she's dedicated to her faith, and she's always dedicated to rooting for her favorite golfers.
Dad always loved that Mom worked well under supervision and that she was always the bad cop while he was gone out of town.
Papa's favorite thing about Nana were her decision-making skills. If you asked him a question, he would always say, "Go ask your mother."
I would have to say that Papa really loved how much Nana took care of him and that she cooked him wonderful meals every night.
So there's many things about Barbara that Sid loved, but I would have to say the main thing that really made his face light up when he was talking to me was her ability to be such a great golfer. He was so proud of the way that she took to that sport and just was even a better golfer than him, he told me. So way to go, Barbara. Make your hubby proud.
I really like Barbara's big knockers.
Papa's favorite thing about Barbara was her cooking. She made him meals fit for a king every night. Grilled steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Papa loved a lot of things about Nana. Specifically, he loved how smart and capable she was, especially her ability to work his remote controls. Whenever he wanted to watch one of his favorite boxing matches, or golf, or any of his programs that he frequently fell asleep to, he was in dire need of Nana's technical abilities to work these technical devices.
Nana is special to me because if there were no Nana, there wouldn't be a me. But more importantly, she's taught me everything I know.
Nana is special to me personally. Probably I would have to say just because she's been so supportive my whole life, no matter what I've wanted to do, whether that was ice skate or play volleyball or do whatever, she's always been really supportive and always come to like all my games, and she's just the best, super loving.
Another thing to add is Nana would always snuggle with us, making us feel safe and loved.
Why is Nana special to me? Well, she's special to me because she's always been there for me. She's always been in my life when I lived with her, when she flew with me back to Texas, when she picked me up from elementary school. Nana has easily become one of my best friends. She's always there for me. We watch movies together, we talk, and we FaceTime. She's always a big part of my life, and that is priceless.
Nana is special to me because she always went out of her way to make me feel special and make sure I was loved. I love the way she always took care of me when we went over there for sleepovers. She got us donuts, cooked for us, and watched movies with us. Those are some of my favorite memories.
Barbara, so since the first time we met at DFW Airport back in 1989 in May when I came to visit my friend Keith, we have been connected like family. From the first minute I laid eyes on you, I felt like I was coming home, or you were a relative that I hadn't seen in a long, long time. Thank you for always being there for me. You're like a second mother to me. But most importantly and best of all, you're one of my best friends. I love you so much and hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
Mom, you're special to me because you're my MVP and always have been. You supported me in whatever activities I wanted to do as a child. You were a great example to me being a warrior on the golf course or whatever athletic field you were on. You were also the comforter in chief at our home, making sure we felt safe. And finally, you've always been a great example, helping me live up to my full potential. Thanks, Mom. I love you.
Happy birthday, Barbara. Hope you have a great birthday. We love you lots.
Happy birthday, Mom. I love you so much. You are my rock.
If there was one thing I could say to Nana, it would be, I love you.
Nana, it's great being your Percy.
If I could tell Nana one special thing, it would be LOL. Because for the longest time, she's thought that it was lots of love instead of laugh out loud. And that always made me laugh out loud. So Nana, lots of love.
Let's get this straight. There is only one Percy, and it's me.
Mom, you are courageous and strong, and I love you.
If I could only tell Nana one simple thing, it would just be thank you for everything you've ever done for me and for your amazing example.